Welcome to CISS Conversation, where we try to understand the security, conflict, and technologies shaping global strategic and political order.
Today, we're discussing a topic that's been making waves in the Middle East: the deployment of the US Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System in Israel, and whether it can really provide the security Israel needs or just fuel further escalation with Iran.
Yeah, the situation is escalating quickly. Just this past October, Israel launched a large-scale aerial attack on Iranian military sites. It was in retaliation for a massive missile barrage by Iran on October 1st. Over 200 ballistic missiles were fired at Israel. It's been an intense back and forth.
Right. And this Iranian missile attack came after Israel's aggressive posture in Gaza and Lebanon, including a series of targeted killings of key Hamas and Hezbollah leaders. So, Israel's response seems to be one of increasing military action, and this is where the THAAD system comes in. The US recently deployed it to Israel in an effort to boost its missile defense capabilities.
Exactly. And while the THAAD system is impressive, it's raised some concerns. Despite Israel's multi-layered defense network, Iron Dome, David Sling, and Arrow systems, the recent Iranian missile strikes exposed weaknesses in their defense, leaving us to ask, can THAAD really protect Israel?
But here's the thing: while THAAD is sophisticated, relying too heavily on it might create a false sense of security, and that could have serious implications. Israel might feel more emboldened to take more aggressive actions, thinking it's protected. But that could escalate tensions with Iran even more.
Yeah, that's the concern. Israel's already on edge with the growing threat from Iran, and this sense of invulnerability could encourage them to take risks. And we all know how volatile the region is. One wrong move, and we could see a wider conflict.
Exactly. But the thing is, THAAD is part of a much larger US military presence in the region. Around 50,000 US troops are stationed in nearby countries, and the US has warships patrolling the eastern Mediterranean. It's a show of force, meant to protect Israel. But it's also fueling the fire, don't you think?
Definitely. And there's something else we have to consider. What happens if THAAD doesn't work when it's needed most? What if Israel faces a large-scale missile barrage from Iran, and THAAD can't intercept enough missiles? Well, Israel could be forced to escalate, possibly even to the point of considering its nuclear options.
That's a scary thought. If THAAD fails, Israel could be looking at a very grim situation, where it feels backed into a corner. And if it does go nuclear, the entire region could be dragged into a catastrophic conflict.
Right. But on the flip side, if THAAD works, it could force Iran into a corner as well. Iran could feel that its conventional military deterrence isn't enough against Israel's increasingly advanced defense systems. And when that happens, nuclear weapons might start to look like the only way to maintain strategic balance.
Exactly. It's a vicious cycle. If Iran can't deter Israel with conventional weapons, they might turn to nukes. It's a dangerous game of escalation. And this is exactly why some experts are warning that the deployment of THAAD could ultimately lead to more instability in the region rather than less.
Absolutely. And with THAAD in place, Israel might feel more secure. But that could lead them to take even bolder actions, maybe even expanding the conflict into other countries. And if Iran feels cornered, they might respond with more missile strikes or even escalate through their proxies in Syria and Iraq.
And the reality is, we're already seeing the potential for more tension. On October 26, 2024, Israel struck Iranian military sites again, and Iran has warned of a harsh response. It's a dangerous pattern of tit-for-tat attacks. And as long as both sides keep escalating, it's only a matter of time before things get completely out of hand.
So, what's the bottom line? The THAAD system might give Israel a temporary sense of security, but it also puts the region on edge. It might embolden Israel to act even more aggressively, and it could push Iran to pursue nuclear weapons or escalate through proxy warfare.
Exactly. Both sides need to recognize the catastrophic potential of a full-scale military confrontation, especially one that involves nuclear weapons. It's a delicate balance, and every action taken could have far-reaching consequences.
Well, that's all we have time for today.